Welcome to another edition of Pastor Kumuyi's Illustrations.
John chapter 10 verse 27. My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me. My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me. You know, sometimes you need to contact somebody in the zone, and you call a zonal leader, and you say, we need the attention of so-and-so in your zone. And the zonal leader will say, is that person in my zone? I never had a name like that before. He's living in such and such a place. He gave us information. He is attending a particular fellowship like this. That place is a remote area of our zone. I've not been there now for the past 1 year. I don't know them. They don't know me. And I've told the area leader there, they never come for general meeting. And since I asked them, come for general meeting, come for zonal meeting, and come to the church, and they have not been coming, I just left them in the hand of God. I don't bother myself. Anything that is too difficult, once I tell them, area leaders, house fellowship leaders, this is what to do. If they don't do it, I leave them in the hands of God. And so that area, I left it in the hands of God. So that person you're asking of, I don't know him. And then somebody has a problem, somebody has died, and we need to get at his relatives, and we say his relative is even a member of your zone, but it's not living in the same area, it's living in this other place. Which area is that? Well, it's particular. Yes, I know the place. I've been there. I was there in February, and this is December. And the house fellowship he attends, the house fellowship there, those people, the day I went there, I said, good evening. They couldn't even say good evening. Not to even say good evening, sir. They were just looking at me like this. Since that time, the people that have no love, no respect, no acceptance for zonal leader, I didn't go there again. So I lost contact with that man you're asking for now. How do we get the man now? Well, I'm even ashamed to go to that place because I've left them for a long, long time. That's not leadership. But a leader, he said, my sheep know my voice. When they hear my voice, they know it, and they follow me, and I know them. And an area leader that just has a few people, and yet you do not know those few people. Even house fellowship leader, can you imagine house fellowship leader with 10 people under him, under her? And they said somebody is having trouble, and he said, who will take me to our house? I've never visited our house before. 10 people for 1 year. She has never visited our house before, and they don't know her, and she doesn't know them. They said, sister so-and-so is having problem in her husband's house, and it's in your house. She's in your house worship. Therefore, go there immediately. Who is that sister so-and-so? Josephine. Whenever she comes to the house fellowship, where does she sit? In this corner, or in that corner, or at the back? Well, she doesn't sit in the same place every time. Josephine, which one will I go now? And then the one that you know, you go to, they are saying, Sister Josephine, how are you? I'm not Josephine. I'm Janet. Oh, you are Janet? They said that there's one Josephine in our house fellowship that is having trouble. Sister Josephine, I don't know her clearly myself, but maybe it's, when you take that corner and go, there is a house over there. Maybe that is a sister. And then you go there and say, how are you? Good evening, Sister Josephine. I've been looking for you. No, I'm not Josephine. I'm Mary. Where is Josephine now? But it's in your house fellowship. And then in the following house fellowship, you say, who is Josephine? And somebody living near said that she has packed that and gone to her state because she said she was in such a great trouble that even house leader, she didn't see house leader. How would she see zonal leader? How would she see area leader? So you know Josephine? Yes, I know her. She lives, is that a woman that is plumpy like this? That woman that used to sit when the child was making trouble 3 weeks ago. The one you were saying, if you don't want to come to house fellowship, go away. That one. Now you know Josephine. But you didn't know before. How can we be in house fellowship and we don't know the few people that are there? In the area, we do not know the few people that are there. And in the zone, we do not know the people that are there. Jesus said, I know my sheep. Look at how many the church is. What if eventually you get to heaven and you said, I want to enter? They say, who are you? You say, I'm saved, I'm a child of God, I've been following Christ. And they call Christ, they said, this person said he has been following you. Identify him, identify her. And Jesus said, I never knew him. I've never seen him. You said you are the one that gave me salvation. Now I confess my sins. And then you mentioned the date. Okay, you are born again? Yes, and I made restitution. I did this and that. Well, the church is too large. I don't know you. But if you say you are saved, come in, enter into heaven. What will that heaven look like? But you see, Jesus has given us the style of leadership. And you should know the sheep. You should care for the sheep. And you should be able to touch their lives in your own leadership. I know my sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me. There should be an attitude of friendliness, fellowship, and love to the followers. That's what Jesus had to them. Let's look at John chapter 11, verse 33. When Jesus therefore saw her weeping, and the Jews also weeping, which came with her, he groaned in the spirit, and was troubled, and said, where have ye laid him? They said unto him, Lord, come and see. Jesus wept. Then said the Jews, behold, how he loved him. Leadership should be compassionate and sympathetic. Not somebody that has grown thick-skinned to the problems of people. They say, somebody's child has died, the leader has no feeling. Somebody has lost his job, the leader has no feeling. Brother so-and-so's wife has packed out, the leader has no feeling. Somebody is very sick now, they rushed him to the hospital, the leader has no feeling. And sister so-and-so just lost her mother, and sister so-and-so is undergoing terrible grief. The leader has no feeling. They said now that they are retrenching people in that place of work. And this person said, pray for me in time so that my name will not be included among the people that they will send out of that place. The leader has no sympathy. His own is attend house fellowship, attend Monday Bible study, attend Thursday meeting, attend Sunday meeting. And if you are a worker, come to the workers meeting. And once they said, this fellow has not been coming to workers meeting. Well, you are a house fellowship leader, I'm your area leader. You are not coming to workers meeting, I give you one more chance. Begin to come now. Anytime I hear you are not coming to the workers meeting again, that's final. Well, brother, I understand what you are saying, but I wanted to tell you, the reason is that, you see, when that rain came and the flood was terrible, and the flood was getting into my room, that's why I was packing my thing. What I said is that, do not miss workers' meeting. Next time you miss workers' meeting, it will be trouble. I will stop you completely. Well, you see, it was because they came to report to me from our village that my mother is sick, and they wanted me to come immediately. And I was even I had to go to some people to give me money. And what a shame that I didn't want to go to the house fellowship members, and I needed to go to one uncle somewhere and get money so that I can travel home, because my mother is about dying, and I'm the only one that is left for my mother. I don't want to hear anything, but what I want to know from you is that the workers meeting, you will never miss it. That's what I'm discussing. Mother is sick. That is not strange. There are women that are sick in the hospital too. Everybody is sick. You are talking about your mother is sick. Whose mother is not sick? My own mother is sick too. Therefore, what I'm saying is that come to workers meeting. You hear? And in fact, zonal leader or area, I've been trying to see you myself. This workers meeting, by the grace of God, I will be coming, but I need help and I need prayer from you. Because even to go to church on Sunday, the transportation is very difficult for me. And who will I tell? I cannot tell if we're in the bus and they are asking for everybody to contribute money. And I'm a house fellowship leader. And the members are giving the money for their transportation. And I just put my hand in an empty pocket. Sometimes it is that shame that is stopping me. Anyway, I didn't come for counseling now. I didn't come for loaning or giving money now. What I came for is they accused you of not coming to workers' meeting regularly on Saturday. That's what I heard. That's what I came to solve. As for money, transportation, and all that, that one, are you not a child of God? Go and pray on that one. What I want to know is that workers' meeting, as a leader, the same point I came for is what I must emphasize to you. Workers' meeting, if you miss it again, you will know that I'm your leader. But Jesus Christ wept. And they said, see how he loved him. That's the example Jesus has given us of leadership. Compassionate, sympathetic. And then in John chapter 13, verse 1. Now before the feast of the Passover, when Jesus knew that his hour was come, that he should depart out of this world unto the Father, having loved his own which were in the world, he loved them unto the end. Constant love, though in personal problem. There are people that carry their personal problems on their faces, and that makes them to be bad leaders. Once they have any problem in their place of work, they cannot lead people aright. They are sensitive, they are touchy, they are irritated. And there are leaders, house fellowship leaders, sisters, or area leaders, sisters, or women reps perhaps. Whenever they have family problem, and the husband said, today there's no money for food. See how you will take care of your children. When there's no money, your children. And see how you will do this and do that. And then we are to have the women meeting in the zone. And it happened that in the afternoon was when the husband said, feeding the children, looking at this and looking at that, see how you will do that. And do you know that my mother is coming tomorrow? And you must see how you will feed her, because now there is no money in my pocket. And you know the trouble you have with my mother already, that anytime she comes here, you don't take care of her properly. And they are now mentioning your name in the village. If she comes tomorrow again, and you say, because you've not got money, well, you will, between you and my mother, look into that. But I just told you now my mother is coming tomorrow. Take care of her when she comes. And with all that trouble, you have to go and lead the women in the zone. And because you are inside personal problem yourself, when you get there, the loudspeaker has not been set. The people that should put light there, they have not put it there. And those men that they give you to help you put light and put this one, you go to them, you are reacting to them like your husband. The anger you wanted to manifest to your husband at home, and you didn't because you know that he will slap you if you do that. The anger you should have manifested to your husband at home that you couldn't manifest. All those other area leaders and people, the brothers that are fixing the light, you say, what type of useless brothers are you? That look, now we want to have our women fellowship. The light is not there, a loudspeaker system is not there, everything is not there. You don't want us to, we know you men, you are not happy that we women are having opportunity in the church. We know you are not happy. We know your heart. But whether you like it or not, we are going to have our fellowship. Oh, they say something is wrong today with our sister. But you see, when some people have personal problems, that's how they behave. But look at Jesus Christ. He was going to the cross. He knew the time has come for him to depart out of the world. And yet, having loved his own, he loved them unto the end. Constant love. Though you are in personal problem.
I hope you have been blessed by this edition of Pastor Kumuyi's illustrations. Please don't let this illustration die. Pass it on to others, and you could be of help to someone somewhere. Till we meet next week again for another edition of Pastor Kumuyi's illustrations. Remain blessed.